advertisers have managed to monetize those users? Is that something that's already a proven successful platform for advertisers, or is that something that you're working on now, having opened office here?
I mean, you can always do better, right? I think we
compared to other
I think we can do better. Right? I definitely think we can do better. We're just not doing it. You know, I think just to address this question of Facebook versus NetMod versus Yahoo versus Google, I think I just want to address that ahead of time, because I think why, you know, online overall is important, right? So I think it's not so much that there's so much money out there, you know, the pie is growing, so it's not the pie shrinking where you're fighting for pieces. I don't necessarily think that's the way you need to look at it. So there's so much opportunity, there's so much money over there. We don't, yeah, they're competitors in some ways, in other ways they're not. You know, it's not like we're a newspaper company or a print company where your money and your revenue is shrinking every single year, right? We all are continuing to grow, and you know, in some cases grow at different paces. But I think what you're going to see is as internet becomes much more mainstream, so in Romania it's less than 50% of the internet population, it's going to accelerate much faster than you think, right? If you think about the internet penetration, I'll use the US as an example. If I recall correctly, back in 2003, 2004, we were probably about 40, 45%. All of a sudden, within like a 3 or 4 year period, you jumped to 80, 90%. It's a very different ballgame, right? And so it's not a zero-sum game. You guys are at the beginning of really sort of all the fun effects and all the growth, you know, sort of where all the growth ahead of the market. So it's a good position to be in. And the reality in a situation like this, when everything is growing, it's kind of like you have great bounties. It's like it's a good harvest, right? There's so much food. It's not a matter of finding somebody else to get the food. So that's kind of my perspective. And I think as the internet matures, you see people who use a Facebook account, they have a MySpace account, they use a Yahoo email, sometimes have a Gmail account, right? There's different, they use each of these sites for different things. And that's what you see when you look at more mature markets like in North Asia or the US or Western Europe. That's kind of the pattern that you see. So it's not a zero-sum game.
Okay, last question maybe?